Hi fam, welcome back to another video, and if you are new here, welcome to the channel. We are so happy to have you. Today we will be doing a blunt bob cut. This is my client's hair before, and as you can see, even if we were not going to give her a bob, we would definitely have to trim those ends. Let's get straight into the haircut. Now you guys, I am going to take a V-shaped section to create my guide. I am going to ask my client to tilt forward, make sure her legs isn't crossed, and we are ready. I'm grabbing the middle portion of that V part section and I'm creating my first guide. Now I'm going to take the sides of that same section and I'm going to connect that. Now you guys, what is very critical in a blunt bob is how you elevate your hands and the hair. Make sure that your elevation is not too high. Now you guys, I am taking my second section. I am combing that hair, make sure it's combed through properly, and I'm searching for my guide. I lift that hair up because I wanted to make sure that I'm right where my guide is, and I am cutting exactly to meet my guide. That's exactly why we create a guide, just to make sure that we never get lost in a haircut. Grabbing my other section and I'm doing the very same thing. I'm making sure that my guide is visible and I am cutting right to meet my guide. Do you see that? Now you guys, as I was saying about your elevation, make sure you're not elevating too much up. You want to make sure that you're keeping the hair close to a 0 degree as possible, keeping it as close as you can towards the client back. So make sure at all time when that hair is in between your middle and index finger that you are actually touching the back of your client's neck with the back of your hand. That's a good way to tell that you are not over directing too much. If ever you take another section and when you comb that section down, you realize that you cannot find your guide, you don't know where to cut, what length to cut, that simply means that your section was too big of a section and you just need to make that section smaller, as small as possible. If you comb the hair down and you're just not seeing your guide, that simply means go in with a smaller section, and when your section becomes smaller, then your guide become more visible at all time. And this is what you're going to want to always do. You don't have to be lifting the hair like what I did twice at the beginning of the video. If you take small section, you won't even need to lift the hair. You are going to be seeing your guide beneath that section. All right, so you can start off, if you're new to hair cutting, you can start off with just taking smaller section as opposed to bigger section, and that will help you out a lot. Now you guys, keep your elevation. This is critical. I cannot stress it enough. Keep your elevation. Do not elevate too much. Keep the back of your hand touching the back of the client's neck, and that is golden. When you are doing that, you know that you're at the same elevation, you're at the same point, which is definitely going to give you that bob cut. Now the higher you rise your hand, the higher you elevate, that is actually creating layers. And as we said, we are going for a blunt bob cut, so we want everything, all the hairs, to be on one length. That is what is called a blunt cut. All right, so as I said, we are going to keep our elevation at the same point. All right, and guys, if you want me to do a video on elevation, graduation, just the foundation of hair cutting, I'll be happy to do so. But if you guys are already familiar with graduation, elevation, and you know the basics of hair cutting, then that's great. But for who is not familiar with the foundation of hair cutting, I'll be happy to come with a video about that. So let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to create a video on that. Now you guys, I have finished taking my sections and I am checking my length. I'm checking to see if either side, if they are balanced and equal. I want to make sure that my haircut is very equal, right? So then I'm moving on to the front portion. Now you guys, I prefer to cut at a dead 0 degree when I'm doing the side, especially because the air is, there, and it might give you a little rise. So what is very important is that you comb your section to the front down and free cut. You're just combing that down and you're cutting without fingers, without any tension, right? And you're just going to cut that across. That way you're able to have the hair fall exactly where it lives. Sometimes when you are using your finger to guide the hair in your finger to cut it, sometimes it tends to not allow the hair to sit exactly where it lives. So when you free cut and just comb the hair down and just cut it like that, it helps the haircut to flow a little better because as I said, you're cutting the hair and keeping the hairs exactly where they would naturally fall. You see what I mean? So it's always a good idea to cut, especially the front portion when you're doing a bob, with just freehand cutting. I mean, I know that for my beginners, you won't be able to do that readily, but don't worry, you will get there, okay? You will get there. So as you can see, you guys, I just did all of the front just by freehand cutting. All right, so yes, you guys, can you see that bob coming together? And of course, whenever you see me grabbing the hair between my fingers, checking it, I just want to make sure that wherever I pull the hair, it is equal. So from time to time, I'll get it between my finger and I'll just be checking to see if it is straight. And guys, please don't forget to give this video a big thumb up, and for those who are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Now you guys, I had just done the very same to the other side, freehand cutting, and now I am grabbing the hair at a vertical angle and I am just point cutting into the ends of the hair, and what this does is to remove weight. I am doing this just a bit. Yes, we want to have a blunt cut, but I'm doing this just so a little weight is taken out of the very end of the hair. So I like to go in and give a little point cutting. Now you guys, for my beginners, if you're not sure on how to point cut, don't bother to do it. All right, you can leave it like that because point cutting is very, very technical. You have to make sure that the scissors and the hair is exactly straight, like they are head on. You cannot cut at a slight angle, because if you do, you are going to cut into the hair cut and it's not going to be nice. It's going to be choppy and you don't want that unless you're going for a choppy look, and I'm sure you're not going for a choppy look. Now we are finished with the haircut, and now we are gonna set our flat iron at 350 degrees Celsius, and we are taking our little sections and we are passing that iron through each section only once, not twice, not 4 times, not 3 times, once. Okay, that is enough. And as you see, you guys, that shine is coming right out through the hair and it's moving and it's looking good. You guys, this haircut is perfect for the summer. Like, we are in a tropical country, and trust me, the time is so hot. I used to cut my hair in a bob every single summer, but oh my gosh, I'm loving my long hair. And even though I'm kind of getting jealous by this bob, I have to keep it together because I love my long hair and I'm not ready to let it go. So you guys, this is it. A nice blunt bob cut. Now you guys, you are going to want to make sure that after you flat iron the client's hair, you are going to want to clean up. Make sure you look to see if there's any single hair out of place, and you're going to want to clean up that haircut. And this is what you get when you ask for a blunt bob neckline haircut. Let me know what you think about this cut. Let me know if you have ever gotten a cut like this before, and if it came out like this, or you're thinking about it. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to drop a big like and leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and please guys, don't forget to share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. Thank you in advance. All right, peace out. See you in my next one.